The ocean. It's a big and scary part of the world. We see only a little bit of what it has to offer. The Great Barrier Reef, in all its beauty. The busy rocks filled with colour, fishes, big and small, living their lives innocently. The lower we explore, the more interesting and complex the reef becomes. Whilst we play and enjoy our lives on the sands of the ocean, people are exploring the reef and its complexity, its creation, and its beauty. Hey guys! So first I am just covering my eyebrows because I didn't want them to show through in the paint. Then I'm using the NYX Cosmetics Stay Matte But Not Flat Powder Foundation in Ivory just to cover it properly and make sure no glue comes through when I paint over it. Then I'm using the NYX Cosmetics Jumbo Eye Pencil in Peacock just to draw out exactly where I want the different parts of the cliff to be. Then I'm just using some water activated blue face and body paint just to fill in those gaps where I want the ocean. And this is just a rough idea because we are going over with shading and everything. Then using a darker water activated paint, I'm just sponging on a darker colour just to give it a bit more dimension. Then using a jumbo eye pencil in Milk, I am just adding a bit of highlight to the top to give it that lighter effect as if it's closer to the sun. Then I'm using NYX Cosmetics Primal colour in Hot Blue and using the blue shade in the NYX Cosmetics Avant Pop eyeshadow palette Surreal My Heart just to do some shading. Then I'm using some black face paint just to fill in where the rocks will be. I'm being a bit I don't have to be precise with this because I'm even going to be covering it up, but I just wanted a base. Then I'm using the NYX Cosmetics Single Eyeshadow in Raven just to do some shading. Then I'm using NYX Cosmetics HD Finishing Powder just to set my whole body. And that powder went everywhere. Then I'm using some dark green water activated paint just to create the seaweed at the bottom. Then using a light coloured green just to go over it to give it a bit more dimension. And just doing that all over my body where I want to put some seaweed. Then I'm using a yellow activated paint to create some little fishies. Then I'm using NYX Cosmetics Primal colour in Hot Yellow just to set those colours in. Then I'm using some pink just to create some little corals. And some orange face paint to create clownfish. And little fishies along the seaweed as well. Then some white just to fill in the clownfish, of course. And just adding some coral and fishies around my neck wherever I feel I want it. And then I'm adding some white dots just to give it that glowy effect at the lower part of the ocean. And adding more seaweed as well. Then I'm using NYX Cosmetics pigment in Twinkle, just giving the bottom of the ocean a bit of a glow. And also using NYX Cosmetics pigment in Peacock just to do the same thing. Then I'm using NYX Cosmetics pigment in Luna to add it to the top and also to the bottom as well. Then I start by sticking on some grass and I'm adding little things that look like coral to the top of my head. I'm just applying latex first, tapping it a little bit to make it a bit tacky and then attaching the pieces to it. A lot of the time in this video I spent holding the pieces there just to ensure they stayed down. Then I'm adding some more coral looking plants to my face as well, with the same process of latex. I added these kind of rock looking moss things just to give the look of moss, really. The reason why it looks so crowded personally is because the Great Barrier Reef is crowded. There is no spread out certain parts. Well, there probably is, but every picture I've looked at, I've seen it crowded. I created this flower, I bought it from the shops and I coloured it each colour, and I thought it would be really cute to look like coral as well. Then I just added more of those green rock things with latex all over my body, and just attaching the rest of the things to wherever I have the black part. Then I'm adding yellow and creating fishes. Then using the NYX Liquid Suede cream lipstick and foiled again, I am just colouring in the clownfish. And then using the NYX Liquid Suede in Little Denim Dress, I am just putting it over my lips just to blend them in. And that is the final look. I hope you guys enjoy. It did take a lot of time, but it was heaps of fun to do. I will have all the links and all the information down below, and I hope you guys vote for me. Please subscribe, please like the video, and I'll see you again in my next one. Bye.